All right, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a process that, let's be honest, a lot of companies just see as a checklist. But what if I told you it's actually a powerful strategic advantage? We are talking about onboarding, and more importantly, how to turn it from just a boring routine into an actual launch pad for your team's next big star.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. Here's the question every single leader should be obsessed with. How do you turn a new hire into a star performer from day one? Like, really get them firing on all cylinders right out of the gate? Well, the answer isn't magic. It's all about having a killer onboarding plan.
Okay, so where do we even start? Before we jump into the how-tos and the checklists, we've got to understand the why. What's the fundamental promise of a great onboarding experience? Let's break down what this process is really all about.
So what are we really talking about when we say onboarding? At its core, it's all about integration. And that word is so important. This isn't just about orientation, handing over a laptop and a Wi-Fi password. No way. It's about intentionally weaving a new person into the very fabric of the company, into its culture, and giving them everything they need to become a valued, productive part of the team.
When you really boil it all down, a great onboarding plan has three big goals. First, you've got to get them integrated with the company culture, the how we do things around here. Second, you align them with the big picture, the team and company goals, so they see how their work actually fits in. And third, and this is a big one, you accelerate their journey to being productive. Simple as that.
All right, now let's talk about a phase that is so often overlooked but can make a huge difference. I'm talking about what happens before day one. Yeah, that's right. The best onboarding experiences actually kick off long before your new hire even sets foot in the office.
So here's a quick checklist for making that amazing first impression. First, get all that boring paperwork done digitally beforehand. It just gets rid of that first day stress. Second, set up all their systems, email, software, you name it. That way they're ready to go. Third, a simple welcome kit. Some company swag goes a long way in making someone feel like part of the team. And finally, assign them a buddy. This is so crucial. It gives them a friendly face, a go-to person for all those little questions they're too nervous to ask.
Okay, so now we're hitting what is probably the most critical period for any new employee, that first week. Seriously, this is where first impressions are locked in. The foundation for their entire future at the company is laid right here. Now, it's super important to know that day one has a different job than the rest of the week. Think of day one as all about the big picture, the company vision, meeting the team, getting the HR stuff out of the way. It's about making them feel welcome. But then, for the rest of the week, we shift gears. It's all about familiarization with their actual role, the specific training, the tools they'll use, and their first few tasks.
Okay, so they've made it through that first week, they've absorbed a ton of information. So what's next? How do we help them make that leap from just learning stuff to actually doing stuff and contribute it?
Well, that brings us to the integration phase, which usually takes up the next few weeks. This is where the magic happens. You have them shadow key team members so they can see how things really work. You introduce them to people in other departments so they start building that internal network. You get them to actually participate in meetings, not just sit there. And, maybe most importantly, you set up regular check-ins for feedback. That's absolutely crucial for keeping them on track and feeling supported.
Now, here's a classic for a reason, the 30, 60, 90-day plan. It is such a great roadmap. In the first 30 days, it's all about learning, the role, the tools, the culture. By day 60, they should start contributing more on their own, maybe taking ownership of a small project. And by day 90, the goal is for them to be operating with real autonomy. It's a clear, structured path from newbie to key player.
Okay, so we've got this awesome plan in place. We're feeling good, but how do we know if it's actually working? I mean, for real? Well, that's where measurement comes in. You've got to measure what matters.
And here's the bottom line. You just can't improve what you don't measure. A plan without data is just wishful thinking. So you need those regular progress reviews. And, just as importantly, you need to get direct feedback from the new hires to make the whole process even better next time.
So, metric number one, time to productivity. This is exactly what it sounds like. How long does it take for a new person to start adding real value? And trust me, this isn't some fluffy HR metric. It's a direct measure of your ROI. The faster they get up to speed, the faster your business sees the benefit.
Next up, metric number 2, the 90-day retention rate. And this one is huge for the bottom line. Think about it. Losing someone in the first 3 months is just incredibly expensive. You've got the recruitment costs, the training time. It's a huge drain. A high retention rate here is proof that you're building a place where people actually want to stick around.
And finally, metric number 3, the new hire's satisfaction score. We can't forget the human side of all this, right? This metric is all about their experience. Are they happy? Do they feel supported? Do they feel prepared? A high score isn't just a nice to have. It's a powerful clue about their future engagement and long-term success at your company.
So, let's bring it all home with the one big question this whole playbook is designed to answer. I want you to really think about this for your own team. Does your onboarding plan help new hires become effective, engaged, and culturally aligned? And does it do it quickly? Because honestly, in today's world, you really can't afford for it not to.